I promise this is not staged, just perfect timing for a video I did last week. And now we have a case study of a real life example that fits perfectly with it. So let's talk about it. For those of you that watch my videos on a weekly basis, first off, I guess, thank you. But this will be a little bit of review for you. Last week I did a video on how the word but is one where if it's in your trading vocabulary, in your vocabulary, really just in general with any part of life. But for this particular situation, in trading, it can really be a damaging word. And we went over a few different examples of where it pops up. But then, like I said in the intro, perfect timing. Got an email from somebody late last week, and the word was just sitting there, and it made a great example of exactly how crazy it is. So quick recap, if you didn't see last week's video, first off, I'd encourage you to go watch it. But what I talked about in a nutshell is that a lot of times, we as traders and just in general, we know what we're supposed to do. We know the reality of a situation. We know what the facts of the matter are. And we fully acknowledge that in our minds, whether or not we say it out loud, but in our minds, we know. So we're saying what the reality of the situation is, what some sort of fact is. However, then this sneaky little word pops up. And one of the favorite words of the voices in our head as traders. Like I said in last week's video, if you've never traded, that probably sounds goofy. Why is this guy talking about voices in your head? Just trust me, first trade you make with real money, you're gonna be introduced to some new people that you have living up here. But the voices, they use the word but. And then what comes after the but is something that is a total contradiction to what's over here. In a lot of cases, it's just pure nonsense, as we're about to see. And in some situations, all you can, wait, why, it's just one of, you don't even know what to say because it's just, what? And it just makes no sense. And it can get you into some very sticky situations. So this is more, I realize, kind of the theory of what I'm saying. But let's look at it in, like I said, not making this up, just got it. So let's look at this actual exchange from an email. That kind of just blew my mind, seeing as I literally was on that path. I was researching a few days ago and thought I knew what I was doing. This person is referring to another video that I linked them to, which kind of just pointed out one of their flaws of logic that they were using. So when they were saying, wow, that just blew my mind, it's referring to another video I did. Actually, the surgeon's dilemma, if you're curious, we'll link that in the description box. But that's what they were referring to. And they just, you read the words. They acknowledge that they're doing some research and what? They don't know what they're doing. So they're acknowledging the reality of the situation. They don't know what they're doing. They just realize, wow, my mind was just blown because I watched that video and, Clay was exactly right. So their words, not mine. Mine was blown. They don't know what they're doing. That's the facts. That's the reality of the situation in their own words. Let's keep reading though. Now they don't use the word but you could easily put it right in this spot. But the only thing I have a problem with is pain. So we've established they don't know what they're doing. Their mind was just blown. But, well, they have a problem with pain, which is a total contradiction. So you're fully admitting you don't know what you're doing, but you don't want to invest in your education. You don't want to pay to get better. Does that make any sense? Oh, my mind was just blown. I don't know what I'm doing, but I don't want to pay. And this person continues, I know I need help and want to be successful. Okay, their words, not mine. They know they need help, not think I need help, not I have an idea that I probably need some help. No, they know they need help. And why do they need help? Why do they know that they need help? Because of what? In their words, because they want to be successful. If they're going to be successful, they know that they need help. That's the reality of the situation. That's a fact. No, very strong word. And I'm not putting any words into their mouth. They're the ones that said no. That's the reality of the situation. That's the fact. They know that if they want to be successful, they what? They know they need help. Hey, good for this person. They're acknowledging a lot of stuff. They're acknowledging a lot of things up front that you're going to need to acknowledge in order to have a chance at success as a trader. Here we go. But I feel it would be better if I did it on my own without paying anyone to teach me. What do they just said they know what? They know they need help. They know they need help. They said it. They know they need help. But here we go. I just want to do it on my own. That makes literally zero sense. It is a contradiction of all contradictions. I know I need help, but I'm going to do it on my own. I mean, if that doesn't show you how fascinating, how tricky the human mind can be, I don't know what does. And I keep bringing this up just because it's such a perfect example. This is not staged. This was a real message I got. And it's crazy to think. I don't know. If this doesn't show you how creative the human mind can be. And at the end of the day, this is the voice that's talking here is greed. Greed in what sense? Well, I want to spend this money on trading. I don't want to spend it to actually learn. I know I need help in order to be successful, but pay somebody else? That's like money I could be using to trade. And what's going to happen, unfortunately, with this person is they're going to pay a whole lot more in market tuition and who knows even if they're going to learn. All they may be doing is paying market tuition, losing money while forming bad habits. And the crazy part is, in their mind, they know the reality of the situation, that they need help and you need help in order to be successful. They know that they have no idea what they're doing. Their mind was just blown. But they don't want to pay anybody. And it's, like I said, if they would have said, I potentially might need some help in order to be successful. Well, then okay. Well, I can see how then they may think they want to do it on their own without paying anybody. But that's not what they said. They know they need help. And I could go on and on about this, but hopefully this speaks for itself of the word but, and if it's in your, and this is just one example. There's plenty of other examples. Again, if you watched last week's video, you can see more of those examples. But this is that was all theory last week. This is as real as it gets, and just goes to show how bizarre, how greed works, how the human mind can just want to take you down paths that you shouldn't be going down, but then the word but shows up and it takes you into just, I don't know where you're going. So hopefully you get something from this. Please don't be like this person. Don't fully acknowledge and then go and do a total 180. And the crazy thing is, you may be thinking, well, no, I would never take it that drastic. You'd be surprised. Be honest with yourself. Run a self-audit and always be aware of, anywhere in your logic, and not necessarily towards, trading education, but anywhere in logic towards trading or anything. Is the word but ever coming up? Is the word however, although, any of those sorts of words coming up? Or in a lot of cases, where a comma gets put in, but then they don't use the word but. I mean, that's another tricky way. It's the same exact thing, but it's just a way to try to, mask what's really going on. So make sure that within your trading, that you're not looking at things with a reality of the situation, and then by the time you get to the end of your thought, the end of your sentence, you're doing something that's totally a contradictory thing relative to, what the fact of the matter is. So be very aware of that, and yeah, just get out there and be smart. Don't be nonsensical.